Hey, how are you guys? I was checking a couple of my videos yesterday, and I don't think they uploaded, but I don't think that they're streaming right. Something it was weird because I had so much interference with those videos, which is kind of weird because I was doing the first upload, and I heard this boom, 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 boom on the door, and it sounded like somebody's pretty angry, like banging on my door. So I like turned around, turned the tape off, and I opened the door and nobody was there. It was like nobody was there at all. It was so weird. It was like, because I was talking about the devil, and all of a sudden, boom, 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 boom. I heard like three big knocks on the door. I opened it like really fast, like, whoa, what's going on? It must be pretty important. And nobody was there. Nobody. I was like, I looked around. I looked outside and nobody was there, and there's nowhere to hide. There's no enclave or anything. So it was really weird. Things like that happen to me sometimes. It's really strange. Um, like sometimes it's like I'll hear like a knocking. And it's really weird, and like I'll jump and I'll think like, what on earth? Because it sounded like one night it was on my window, but my window's like 2 stories high. Nobody could be up there. There's absolutely no, because it's a flat surface. So it's the weirdest thing. It really scared me. I think it was like 1 in the morning when that happened. I've heard a lot of stories like that lately, though. There's a lot of really weird supernatural things going on, very diabolical things. So, and like one time I was like, oh, something, I forgot what it was, and I heard like somebody saying, I'll just snuck 3 times, and it was like the devil, like, and it scared me, and I was like, 'cause it was really weird because there was nobody around. I was like the only person in my house. It was really weird. So it's not like I'm hearing things that aren't there, just imagining things. They're there. I mean, it's on my video. If it works, if you guys stream it, you can see there was nobody there. It was so weird, and stuff like that doesn't, like the knocking on the doors. Um, it's like the first time that's happened to. Well, no, I can't say that because one time something really weird happened and somebody like rang the doorbell and knock, 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 and it was like 9, 10 o'clock at night, and I answered the door because I was in the dining room, um, and there was nobody there. It was really weird. So yeah, it's just weird how things like that happen. That hasn't happened to me. That was like back in 2012 when that happened. So it was weird. I can't say stuff like people just come to my door all the time because I get people that knock on my door, but usually it's like the maintenance people um or like my friend who wants to come over and go shopping or something, which is very very rare. It's very rare. So it is kind of weird because I was talking about like the end times, like the tactics Satan uses. So it was like, and then knock 3 times on the door. It was really weird. So yeah. So, yep, just another day on the end times, and the end times, and the final battle before the Antichrist takes over totally. So, got that Russian airline disaster and solar flares and pieces of the sun totally burned out. Just kind of, it just goes to show that something ain't quite right. And so there's a disturbance. I think the earth is dying because I feel it. And it's not a very pleasant feeling. But I feel the earth. She's dying. And I feel the sun. The sun is dying too. So, it's like, how many signs do you need before something ain't right? Somebody ain't fessing up somewhere about what's really going on. So, but by all means, you're free to believe whatever you want until the reckoning comes. And so, yeah, even in the Archangel Michael said too, if you're going to be filthy, be filthy. If you're going to continue in righteousness, live in righteousness. So the day of the Lord is at hand. It is definitely at hand. What can I say? What can I say? Even plants have souls, and are smart enough to know the difference between right and wrong. So, even plants know. You know what I've noticed? I noticed that things that happen in everyone's life is for a reason. Everything is. And those reasons can be broken down into two categories: good reasons and bad reasons. Good, God; bad, Satan. We've broken down into that. I know a lot of people say things like, if our founding fathers saw the way that the world is being ran today, then they would go and do this and that. Well, I'm going to be honest with you. The founding fathers even confessed, they believed in God and Jesus and Mary. Nowadays, it's like a lot of people want to be very hedonistic. They want to indulge in sin, if you can call it that. To me, that's just a cry for, kill me, kill me. See how far I can go before God just finally decides to axe me. Because, as we all know, there's this thing called karma. And karma has it's kind of like one of those old cars with a crank. You know what I'm talking about? You crank it, you crank it, you crank it, you crank it. You let go and it's going to like break your arm if it like kicks back really hard. So the key is not to turn the crank on and it turns to smacking you back. That's what I've learned. Quite frankly, for those of you who have children, I'd be afraid to have children nowadays. I'd be scared too. I'd be terrified. I would. Oh, wow. I don't know. I'm not you, and I'm sorry if I offend you, but man, some of you people baffle me. It's like you totally, you blow my mind. It's like, I'm like, I count my blessings every day, every second of every day. Like sometimes I see things, it's the way people behave, and I'm thinking, wow, you live like that? Because I've seen some people with a couple people that are kind of well known. I've heard stories too about them, because they look really, really nice. They have really nice clothes, but you go home to their house and it's filled with roaches. It's like, oh my dear sweet God, and you have a nice apartment. How the hell do you live like that? You go home and you have a huge apartment in New York City and you got fucking dead roaches all over the floor, and you're wearing designer clothes and makeup and stuff, and you got dead bugs everywhere. That is so creepy. I mean, that's just weird. It's like, how the hell does that happen? I mean, I know in New York City there's a lot of bugs and stuff, but how the hell do you live like that? Oh my God, you're going to spend way more money than I spend on a house, on a townhouse, and you live like that? It's like, man, I guess it's good that you're never home. That you're wearing your outfit all the time. So I couldn't live like that. I couldn't get a drink of water, or I could not walking in your foyer, your kitchen, your dining room, and feeling those eyes all over you. Ooh, it's like it crawled straight out of the pits of hell. That's horrible. Ugh. Ew, and you can smell. I can feel that that presence. It's so gross. You ever go someplace, that feeling you get when you walk somewhere and it's not necessarily a really dirty place at first. It looks really normal, nice, and everything. And you feel a weird feel what is somebody watching me? And you look around and you start seeing little eyes looking at you, little moving creatures. It's bugs and things like that. Rodents. I can't say I'm a big fan of pests, but I will say that I'd rather have mice than roaches. That's So I heard from one person who lived in New York City, like, that's your two options, mice or roaches. So I would definitely get rid of the mice, and then roaches are going to come along. I don't know, that's just the way it is. I'd rather have mice because mice are, they're mammals, but it's like, I don't know, but at least mice are halfway cute. They're just so cuter than a roach. So I think roaches are devils. They're so gross. The weather is rainy again today. And I like rain. I do. It's not too cold. But it's definitely starting to become sweater weather. And there's something about like the colorful, virginal colors of spring and summer versus the thick luxe fabrics of fall, late fall and early winter. So I figure like if you're gonna wear something baggy, then like the sleeves should be tight, or if you're gonna wear something like really loose, like this, show one shoulder and cover everything, like cover your waist up and things like that, and roll the sleeves up. It looks better, and it's a nice change. So get him wearing like form-fitting summer clothes. It's kind of old. It really does. I probably need to wax my eyebrows a little bit, like right here. I don't need too much waxing on my eyebrows. In fact, I haven't waxed them in I think 3 or 4 months. But I need to, I don't know, I might have enough growth in another month. But I don't think, I don't like this month, I don't think I'm going to. Just for the fact that I want them to be a little bit longer so I don't have to tweeze. Luckily, I'm not a very hairy person. So, I need to do my armpits too. I already have my armpits. I had them by the grace of God. When I started becoming an esthetician, I learned that I could get treatments for free, like laser treatments and stuff. So, I had my armpits lasered, and let me tell you something, it is so worth it. 100 freaking %. It is so worth it. I don't miss it at all. I do not miss armpit hair. So it's like, I don't know, it's wonderful. When you have it done, it's like everybody. Like, this should be free, I'm thinking. Like, why isn't laser hair removal free? If you think of it, it saves money on resources. You don't have to shave, it's peace of mind. And it doesn't take that long to really remove it. I think maybe 6 treatments, depending on how it ends. I had black armpit hair because I'm fair skinned with black hair, like body hair. So it was really easy and fast. It was kind of painful at first. But every treatment you get, it gets better and better. So it doesn't hurt as much. So I have I think maybe 3 or 4 strands of really fine, dark hair that grows back, and all I do is tweeze it. I don't have to shave it or wax it, I just tweeze it out. But my eyebrows do need to be waxed, though. Just to, a little bit. Just a little bit. Yeah, it's a shame that the videos I uploaded yesterday, didn't stream right. I don't know what it was. So, I know, it's today, I don't know what to say because I said it all yesterday and I didn't do videos, which is kind of rare for me. But it's like public speaking. Right now my videos are very, they're kind of crude. There's nothing really fancy about them. But you gotta realize I'm not an editor. So maybe at some point in the future I'll make better videos. I know I can make better videos. It's just that I'm not really... I'm in the early stages of my YouTube channel. I've only been on here maybe even a month. So this is public speaking. The more I speak, the better I get at it. And the more I can express myself, because I don't normally say as much about topics like this in real life, because there's just not very many people to talk with about things like that. So most people don't want to talk about political things or religious things, because it kind of stirs them up. But online, on the internet, you see more people who talk about that. In fact, there's a big truth community. So I don't always like get my words out right, but hopefully that will change in time. So I'm actually getting a lot of my thoughts and together. Anyway, take care, guys. Bye.